سلام كما يوعلكم ويكا كم يمسهم كلهم فوتوتي نايزا channel لمعنتي مسعبي investor ويكا Godfather of the real estate in Lanzua. There is a big guy here, so if you guys have a really interested to have a financial literacy like freedom, cab nice single house to multifamily, there is a god of real estate right here. So can you just introduce me like your background?
First, I want to know how to say hi in your language.
You can say like salam.
Salam.
Salam,
Salam is it's like
it's like
Muslim.
Arabic.
Yeah,
It's
Arabic,
like common.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, yeah.
Salaikum salam.
Yeah, and then I got some couple words in Spanish too. ¿Cómo estás?
Oh, ¿cómo estás,
Yeah.
amigo? Muy bien, muy bien,
Good
muy
job.
bien.
Yeah, so what I really need to know about you is like just give me a little bit about your background, like.
Yeah, so I came to Canada as a landing refugee when I was 9 years old. My mom had one bag, I had a bag. She had $30, and we were running away from a civil war in El Salvador. Devastating war. You know, many people died, and so we came to Canada. We grew up in social housing. So they put, back then, we landed in Vancouver, so we were put in these areas that were not very good. A lot of poverty, negative influences and stuff. So I ended up falling in with the wrong crowd. Ultimately, at 15, I dropped out of high school and I left home. And so I find myself 15 years old, homeless, high school dropout.
You've been homeless before?
No, not at that point. I mean, my mom and I, we traveled to many places, and we always had a place where we could go, especially when we came to Canada. And so at 15, I find myself, kind of on my own. And I had some dark moments and stuff, but, everybody's gone through some level of dark moment or whatever. You don't have to be homeless to feel what that darkness feels like. Now, for me, what changed everything, I became a teenage parent. At 17, I became a dad.
Wow.
And that changed kind of everything for me because, I think the biggest thing is I discovered purpose, a why, and that was the drive that I needed. And I started my own business as a result of it.
At what age?
17. 1995.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was born there.
Yeah, right in the middle of the recession.
Oh, gosh.
And, I had a little baby and, I wanted to make her proud. I went back to school and I ended up starting that business. That business ended up, growing. And by the time I was 20, I had stores everywhere and I became this entrepreneur. The problem was that I was not financially literate. So I differentiated between consumer mindset versus investor mindset. I had a consumer mindset. So the money that was coming in through my business, I was spending it, I thought I was P. Diddy, and buying jewelry and all the dumb stuff. And so ultimately, what we ended up doing, it's like I almost went under because I was spending so much. I ended up having to change a few things. And I realized, and after educating myself on financial literacy, I realized that the wealthiest people in the world are not consumers, they're investors. And the common thread amongst everybody is that they all have real estate. And they all have significant properties, like multifamily.
Wow.
And so that's how I got into multifamily in my early 20s. And I've grown the portfolio. Every downturn in the economy, I've been able to grow by leaps and bounds. In COVID, we bought millions of dollars of real estate. And now in 2026, where we see an opportunity just like 2009, just like 2020, we see this opportunity, and we're going to be buying millions of dollars in real estate in the next 6 months.
Oh.
And so I was financially free at 30 years old, and I made a decision that I wanted to help people just like you, get into this game, you know, because there's a lot of information out there and it's confusing. So I want to give people the right information, and that's how I ended up here.
Wow, that's really interesting, because if you going back in 2020, we are running to buy like all the paper doll, not like real estate, but
Yeah,
that's
people were became spectators, right? And whenever you see it at times similar to where we are now, economic downturns is the point of maximum opportunity. This is where you take action. This is where you move. Most people tend to be scared and they freeze and they say, okay, I'm going to wait until the right time. That right time never comes. They miss it. And so we were taking action back in 2020. Millions of dollars in real estate that all doubled and tripled in price.
since 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So we're in the same, we are back in the same opportunity zone. You can see people are fearful. The media has a narrative. There's a lot of uncertainty. That's why right now is the time to take action.
okay. So for those who's coming like as a newcomer to Canada, and there is some people even saying like Canada is not land of opportunity, but I came like 6 years ago too, but I really see there's an opportunity here too.
Yeah.
So to those who's coming like as a newcomer, do you have anything just to tell?
Well, first of all, you gotta realize, why did Canada bring us here? Okay. Canada needs employees. And so if people come and they become employees and they work for the next 40 years of their life. So I wanted to change that. I know why they brought me here, but you can change that. You have the power. You're in the land of opportunity. You have the power to change that, but you cannot do it the old traditional way. You cannot become wealthy in Canada by getting a job.
As a consumer,
You cannot. It's not going to happen. You can't even feed your family with a job. You know, you're going to have some high paying job, and you and your wife are going to have to work for the next 40 years. And so many people come here, and that's comfortable for them. And if that's what you love, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want more, you can have more. Because here we have the most important thing that we have here in Canada is the banking system. And the reason why the banking system is so flexible and they're willing to give you so much money, they have to create incentives for people to come here. Why else would you come here in negative 40 weather? You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
You come here
it's
for the
really cold.
opportunities.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So just to clarify a little bit, like to our audience too. So if they need to invest, do you prefer them like as a single family in a single house?
Forget about single family. Forget about anything traditional. If you do anything traditional, you're doing what everybody else is doing. You're going to get the same results as everybody else. If you want to take advantage of the land of opportunity, you have to do something different, and you have to be in a position where you have that competitive advantage over everybody else. Here, leverage the capital that the banks have to offer you. Buy large assets that produce income, and in 5 years or so, you're going to refinance that asset and you pull money tax-free. That is the only way you're going to really get ahead in this country.
Okay.
And I don't know any other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right. So in 2026, everything is changing right now. Like we see the dollar is collapsing. We see the gold and silver, like the price is going up and down. And we see like all the social media, like all those big dogs, they're trying to scare us. So is that a good time to just invest on yourself and then just not to be like fearful and like?
Yeah, so many people are fearful. And so when people are fearful, you should be greedy. That's Warren Buffett, right? So when people are greedy, like back in 2021, you see, people are taught to chase the market. When things are good, this is when everybody wants to go in, and that's the point of the maximum risk. Where we are right now, where gone through this economic downturn, this is the point of maximum opportunity. And market cycles go up and down. Now you invest in hard assets, good assets that provide an income, and never buy real estate that you'll have to sell if you have to, because you'll lose. The worst time to sell a property is when you have to. Never buy real estate that you have to sell. And so the beauty about multifamily is that you can keep it. And when the market's doing this, like gold is doing this, all these, you're going to be stable, because you always have the income coming in, because at the end of the day, people always have to live somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I know you're tired, but we can meet like in other way, like in different way.
Yes.
Next time. But
well, thank you for having me on your show. Is this your first episode?
That's my first episode. That's making in English too. So when like people need you to contact you, like how do
you just go on Instagram at Alfonso Cuadra. You can find me on YouTube. I got a YouTube channel, 1,600 videos.
Oh, okay.
I'm very cookable.
Nice, nice. Yeah, and then I'm gonna put the link on the bottom too if you guys really need to contact him. So I'm really advise you go and see him, text him, like ask him whatever question you have, and that's gonna be like awesome. So I really appreciate it for your time, and we're gonna meet you next time.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you guys at the top.
Thank you.
Woo!